Testing. All right, that worked. How about that? Does that work? But now you guys can't hear the game. You know, X and Cal, I hate audio problems in OBS. They suck. Yeah. Testing. Yes, dear. Test. Uh, let's see. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? What a mess. Wavelink locked up. I don't know why. Guess just decided not to work today. Sorry, this is kind of debugging. I was playing around with different setups. Obviously, this is my what do you call it? The PG Tuber Plus. So you can see my character bounce up and down and blink and open his mouth and stuff like that when I talk. I also did a camera capture. Where'd that go? Talking Mereak goes away. Oh, there it is, camera. All right, I did a camera capture just to see if it works. Not that anyone wants to see me, I just wanted to test it out. All right. Like I said, I don't know why this was causing me all kinds of havoc, but Wavelink is really cool, but it is not the most stable application on the face of the planet. I will tell you that. Ah, now I can't move it anywhere. It's just causing me grief. All right. Well, I can't wait for the patch coming soon. Yeah, I'm just sitting here today. My grandson number 1 birthday was yesterday. Grandson number 2 spent the night. Grandson number 1 is having a big party at his house with all of his friends. Of course, he's 10 and my youngest is 5. So, youngest grandson. Mm. Mm. What was I going to do? I don't even remember what I was going to do. Yeah, Cal, I'm kind of stuck on the tower build. I kind of lost inspiration, and now that I know they're going to give us some missing pieces on Monday, I didn't want to go through a whole bunch of build and then be like, oh, I got to undo all that because I've got the new pieces now. So, I don't know. I've got that on hold for the moment. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited about the build. It's just, I think that's the first contest in a while I'm going to actually enter. For a while there, people were getting frustrated because I had a lot of building materials and they didn't. So I stayed low for a while. Wanted to encourage other people to build. All right. All right, what kind of a building do I want today? Yeah, I've been using a lot of materials in that build. I'll tell you that. It's not the Duran's Tower build. I don't care what you build up there. It's not going to be cheap. A lot of materials. A lot of materials. For sure. Should I do this at ground level or should I elevate it? I have no plan for today. I was just... All right. Let's flush something out. Why don't I use a nice wall? Hmm. For those that don't know, the standard buildings in the house are on a 4x4 wall grid. There are a few exceptions. Some are 3x4, and one model that I have found is 5x4. Yeah, I gotta be honest, talking in while streaming does not come naturally to me. I feel like I'm talking to myself too often, which I guess is fine unless you start answering yourself. That's could be an issue. Or arguing with yourself, I guess. This is a take on one of the more common buildings. I'm going to do one that resembles an in-game building a little bit, and then we'll go from there. I have videos on how to replicate all the buildings that are in the game. Oh, it's losing arguments. Yeah, that's true. I guess if you're losing an argument with yourself, you've got a might have a little issue there. Aw, really? No. See, this is where I'd like some of the pieces that they have to build with that we don't. So you can't do that here. All right, fine. Fine. Oh, what the heck? Well, when the game first started, I spent a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time trying to figure out why their buildings were stable and ours were not. Um, and that is when I discovered that they would use foundations, and foundations granted basically perfect stability, which was really nice if you were the game makers, not so nice if you were the rest of us. Um, I want to give this more of a rustic feel. Yeah, I had mentioned that a long time ago, which got some questions from folks that make the game. But I was like, look, man, they used several tricks. The foundations being one of them, but it wasn't the only one. Uh, to be sure. Let's but the foundations, they used to layer in adamant behind things. Like one of the things that I recently posted were the actual values from the game, and if you were looking closely, the adamant columns can extend farther and convey more stability than the adamant walls by I think a value of 100, which is significant. And the reason is they would use those columns in the back of buildings and then the adamant walls behind the granite to provide added stability. Of course, that was most important when you were going vertical, but now they've changed the game so you can have unlimited vertical, limited horizontal without having support underneath it, which is fine. Let me see. I want a. Do I want a wide? Yeah, I want a wide archway, but I don't want. Maybe I'll put a door. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I can't see the actual algorithm used. I only know that the values are basically for vertical height on all pieces now are unlimited. But that's all I see. All right, I'll put a shop down there. Up here, again, this is modeled after one of the ones I know how to build. Okay, I have grandson number 2 yelling for me. They're about to leave, so I'm going to go say goodbye. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Where are you talking about, Cal? Check for cracks between the floors. In any of the sport material around. Make sure that your perspective was getting a tight fit. Sometimes you don't always get a tight fit, and that can happen. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, supports are important. I haven't seen the diminishing returns on supports. It used to be because the values of horizontal and vertical were different that you would lose support pretty quick as you went higher. So you'd start with like, you'd be able to do 4 barriers and then 3 barriers and then 2 barriers, then 1 barrier. And that's how they limited you, but not really today. All right, granite. I'm getting fuel in the back on the road. Just wanted to say snapping is terrible since the update. I didn't think they changed any of this snapping, did they? Is that something they said they did? Yeah, I didn't see any different on the snapping. I mean, I could be wrong. Really? I honestly didn't notice, X. Um, Yes. He lost his tablet. Needed it before he left. Oh, I'd love to see some examples. I honestly hadn't noticed. Great. Huh. I wonder if they changed perspective again. The last time that happened, they changed the way perspective was working. Remember, and we couldn't build in the corners for a while. It was really annoying. I wonder if they did something like that again, and I just haven't noticed it yet. Yeah, have a safe trip. Xbeard, where are you coming from? Where are you driving to? Is it just local, or were you making a road trip? Just local. Okay. Hmm. Do we know if they fixed that in the patch? Well, I noticed several areas in Durance Tower that's a little off. Like, it's such a large area, I don't think the grids are completely aligned. The same thing happened, if you remember, with the Desolation when we were trying to rebuild the bridge and cross the bridge, and it was not quite, the two ends were not quite in alignment. And hello, that was really annoying. I can tell you that. Not the thing that just played, but the when the two sides of that bridge were not aligned. Now they have a piece that's a nice bridge for this, but they don't give it to us. Oh, you didn't hear anything play? Well, somebody played something for me, like the bugles. It's a Twitch item. People were complaining that they heard my dings and a bunch of other. There you go. You don't hear that crazy? Hmm. Oh, that's why. All right, the next one you should hear, but you're probably going to hear a lot more dings and stuff like that, by the way. Did you hear that? No? Where's that coming from? Play something again, will you? Oh, that's coming from StreamerBot. That's why. Now if you play, you should be able to hear it. The problem is you're going to hear all the dings for the messages.
Never toss a dwarf!
All right, you got that. Good, Kel.
Yahoo!
Yeah, you're going to get all the message dings if you want to hear the two because they're produced by the same application. There's no way to differentiate them. Unfortunately. There you go. That'll wake you up in the morning. Yeah, I tried muting the ding sound, but the problem is even with this application, if it's coming from the same application, you really can't say ding this one and send it to the headset and not send anything else. It doesn't quite work that way. Ah. Yeah. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. If I want the ding, and if I don't have the ding, then I'm not going to notice that someone put something in the chat. I get too involved while building or adventuring, and then I get distracted by squirrels, and the next thing you know, people are mad because I haven't responded to them, and it's usually a bad scene. I'm eating met and with crackers and 2 hard-boiled eats for breakfast. Oh, I'm eating meat with crackers and 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. Well, that's not a bad meal. All right. How about, like I said, this is one of my takes on the on one of the buildings that's already in the game. I know it's pretty common for us to eat hard-boiled eggs, salami, or some type of meat like, processed meat. Smoked meat, smoked fish. I used to do that all the time. But where was it I went to? Some place I went to. I think I want to say Norway. They had weird fish to eat for breakfast. And then like like preserved salted fish, and then they spread lard on their bread basically. Met is like raw boar or raw pork. Wow. Raw? That seems like a health hazard. Trichinosis and all.
You orc filth! I will tear you down!
Told Grubner it was a bad idea coming here.
Of course, trichinosis, even in the United States, is incredibly rare nowadays. But in wild animals like bear, boar, it's not uncommon. Farm raised, they give enough antibiotics and chemicals to the critters. I don't think it's a worry anymore. Hmm. Wow. That is a thing that I've never done before. I tried to make my own beer. That did not go well. Tried to make my own meat. That went better, but still not that great. Never tried to cure my own meat. But hey, man, that dude, that's a skill. I mean, that's a skill. Oh, that is not what I want to do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you couldn't keep up with my demand either. Um, it just takes so long between batches to try it out, and then it never lasts. And it was funny, even when I had my friends over, they're like, "Well, it's not it's not a great beer," but it was gone. It didn't stop them from drinking it. But there's an art to those things, right? I mean, it's a mix of art and science, chemistry. Gave me a lot of respect for the people that do that for a living. That's all right. I was like, yeah, I'll spend some money on some beer. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe I can get it better aligned from up here. Huh. Rice wine can be some powerful stuff, man. That's all I can say. I had some stuff in Japan. It just knock you clear on your ass. Yeah, it's quite powerful stuff. Oh, you're not going to let me, are you? All right, where's those tall, thin pillars? There we are. So I don't know what pieces we're going to get in the new release, but as far as the recipes go, because the files are not in the current game that I could find. They're becoming sneaky. Now, I did find the files for the, well, the new patch. Yeah, but during the new patch, they're releasing further recipes for old pieces. And they're releasing an update for the Yuletide pack, which is cool. So I'm looking forward to both of those. That's Monday. I missed that, and then Miss Kasumi, I was reading, and Miss Kasumi told me, yep, they said that Monday's the day. I'm like, oh, I missed that the other day. Work has been hectic. Just completely nuts. Everyone knows we're going to be gone basically for a few weeks, so for the holidays. So everyone's trying to get everything shoved into the next couple of weeks. It's kind of crazy. Oh, you should try again, man. This game has been great. They fixed a lot of stuff. It's come a long way, for sure. I'd like to say this last release didn't have an issue, but that would not be true. It had a few. It had a few. You can make the Masterwork shield. That is available. I don't remember exactly where it is, and it depends. You can check the wiki.gg for Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. But the Masterwork shield is there. From version 1 of the game, they did adjust its strength a little bit. You do have to repair it. It is now, it used to be back in version 1 and 1.1 of the game, I think, you didn't have to repair the Masterwork shield, but now you do. It just takes a really long time. No, it's not indestructible anymore. But it's got like 2 or 3 times the hit points the other ones do. Hey, Jubo. Saturday's good. Grandson's birthday on Friday night late. It was just too late. I don't know why we did that. It was my daughter's fault. It went well. He was extremely happy. I think I posted. Well, I know I posted the him getting his PlayStation 5 that he wanted. He totally freaked out. So now he's got a PlayStation 5. Of course, Axe already asked me, did you give him the game yet on PlayStation? No, but I've got to do that. I'll have to arrange that shortly. And then he had friends over today for a big kids party, 10-year-olds party, and my youngest is 5. And so he spent the night with us, the youngest grandson number 2. And he just went back because the kids are going to be done soon with the birthday party. So he'll get there at the end for cake and stuff like that. So it's been crazy busy. Oh, thank you. Kids that age get so excited. They're having so much fun. Do I want to put in something like this? Nah. By the way, these underside angled stairs, they have a higher strength too, which is interesting. Yeah, they do a good job of supports, Cal. You're the one that recommended I use them, and then when I looked in the game files, they do indeed have a stronger support structure. Good catch, man. All right. Well, let's put in a couple of things to help out here. Let's put in, well, first we'll put in a bed upstairs. Well, you got to open the door first. Okay. All right, now we'll put in let's put in a forge. Oh, should I put a floor down first? I should probably put in a floor to just to dress it up a little bit. All right, now we'll put in I swear this is on the wrong side. Oh, let's see if he can find his own thing. Yeah, I can't wait till the patch comes out either. I'm very excited about that. All right, let's put a delving chest there. And a blacksmith's billet here. Well, he found the bed. Hmm. Oh, did I miss? What gives more? Oh, yes. The Cal realized this, and then I checked it out in the files, and I posted about it in the Discord channel. But the inverted stairs do indeed convey more strength when arching over spaces than other things. That is most definitely a fact. It's not a ton, but it's just enough to get a little extra, if you know what I mean. Four NPCs is in fact the most you can have on a monument in the by and by. That is a fact. Let's feel festive. Um, I'd have to check the classification of stairs, but I do believe all the stairs do convey the same. But I did not check that, to be honest. Well, it's close.
There! Well do! Ah.
Let's see, Smith's, blacksmith's cowl.
Got it? Ha-ha-ha! Aye!
Curse this mountain! What's the dragon doing here? How would I know? Ask those mortal rats, why don't ya?
Where's the smelt? Yeah, there's the metal worker. Okay.
Aye!
Why are you over here? Hmm.
Cheers!
Hmm. All right, it's morning. Oh, we should probably figure out. Do I have a stone anywhere near here? Guess Ori's camp is the closest.
We got orcs.
I'm wearing a dev item, so I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge.
Oi! Someone's been letting a war get to my Ha! This one's done in.
Yeah, there are dev items in the game. I've got 3 of them on me right now. What used to be called Glamdring, they renamed it to Radiant Dev Sword. Well, just Dev Sword. I enchanted it for Radiant. The Dev Pickaxe, which is the best pickaxe in the game. And the Dev Gloves, which make you invulnerable and invisible to enemies. There are mods that you can use to get them, or if you don't want to use a mod or learn how to do that, you can always go to the warehouse and pick them up. I do not recommend using them until after you've played a game or 2 straight. Of course, I don't recommend using any type of mod or dev item until you've played the game a few times. But think it was on my 10th or 15th playthrough, I was like, oh, there's these items. Very convenient. Especially
More for me.
when you don't want to be bothered normally while you're building.
I hate them mortal maggots.
Let's see. We got to go to the Holland Gate, which is right here, but I don't feel like walking there. I'll just fast travel.
I'm in need of raw materials. I have products from beyond the Misty Mountains.
I'm hoping to obtain some of Moria's best products.
Dwarven Histories. I don't know if
I
I've
see
done
you
that
find
one.
my price is agreeable.
I'm here to inspect the riches of your mountain.
Let's make a deal. Let's come to an agreement.
Oh, why won't you let me go through? Okay. Oh, Gundabad Quartermaster. I missed him.
There is much we're looking to acquire.
Of course, I don't know who makes the histories. Probably an artisan I don't have ready to go yet, right? Yep. Yeah, I have not made the Dwarven. You need granite for Dwarven histories? That seems a little weird, but okay. No, it was on this side, wasn't it? Alright, come here, one of you.
Oh, got it?
Artisan.
Will do.
It really needs granite. Seems odd, but okay.
Ah, got it? Aye. Cheers.
Oh. Hmm.
You will not kill this dwarf.
Our enemies attack!
Yeah, I don't see anybody attacking.
We got orcs.
Yeah, they're not the ones attacking though.
Our enemies attack!
I don't see nothing. I wonder if they've got any more beer if they drank it all already. Oh, I got a little left.
Cheers!
Where the heck were you?
Our enemies attack!
Well, let's see. Stream is going good. I fixed my issues. I have my new talking Mereak live here. That's easier to see, as well as switch to camera if I want. So I'm going to call it for now. I'm gonna go get something started for dinner, even though I didn't really eat a lunch. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.